I want to tell you more about the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a wild card. I'm surprised official Christianity talks about it at all, because you cannot control where the Holy Spirit will move. You cannot control upon which person the Holy Spirit will come upon, and institutions like to control. I am stunned that official Christianity would speak so much of the Holy Spirit. Because the Holy Spirit subverts any attempt to be the sole arbiter of truth. The Holy Spirit can come upon any person, and they can then speak the truth. And so when you hear official Christianity say something like women cannot be priests, you could say with Holy Spirit power, that's not right. If you've ever heard official Christianity say that being gay is a sin, you could say with Holy Spirit power, that's not right. If at any time in any place you saw institutional Christianity try to maintain the status quo, a status quo that is infected with privilege and white supremacy and all things wrong, you could say, with Holy Spirit power, that's not right. Oh, the Holy Spirit moves as it will. And it is the Holy Spirit that allows you to have a direct, unmediated encounter with God. It is the Holy Spirit that creates spiritual experiences. So many people now these days say, I am spiritual but not religious. And all I hear them saying is they are Holy Spirit people, and I love it. I love it. I want to tell you of a spiritual experience I had so that you can be thinking about when you have experienced the Holy Spirit. I was 25 years old, and I was a waiter. I waited tables all through undergrad and graduate school, and I loved it. There was something about the adrenaline, even the theatrics of making sure a whole night went well, and it was a lovely restaurant, and a table could be there for a couple hours, and I wanted to make that the best experience for them, and I loved the drama and the action. And I did not realize until Juan Carlos preached this morning that it was proleptic, because I opened the first bottle of wine every night. And I did not realize it was forecasting the future, because every table is a communion. Every table. And here I am waiting tables still. It was one night after a long night of that communion. I walked out the back of the restaurant. I was tired, but feeling exhilarated. And the sky was so dark. The restaurant was in a place that wasn't too lit up. And the night sky was just a splendor. The constellations were so beautiful. So I just stood there and was looking up into that universe. And then suddenly, all sense of distance disappeared. suddenly the stars were literally upon my face. I had a sense of unity and peace. I had an immediate existence relationship. I just quoted somebody. I had an immediate existence relationship. I'm quoting Friedrich Schleiermacher. Friedrich Schleiermacher was a German theologian whose name sounds exactly like a German theologian. In 1799, Friedrich Schleiermacher lived in Berlin, Germany. And I could not exaggerate how cosmopolitan and sophisticated Berlin was in 1799. There had been the scientific revolution. There had been the Enlightenment. And Berlin became this gathering of the great minds and philosophers and artists and musicians and scholars and scientists. Friedrich Schleiermacher would sit in cafes around Berlin with the greatest minds of the time. Now, Friedrich Schleiermacher was a devoted Christian. But he began to notice all of the sophisticates, the Illuminatis, all the bright ones. They began to think that religion was antiquated. He noticed that all his friends in the cafe thought religion was something passé. Religion is just this vestigial remnant of our past. That religion was ridiculous because religion to them sounded like it was making objective truth claims about the universe, but they were the scientists and the scholars and they knew better. So Friedrich Schleiermacher wrote an essay to what he called the cultured despisers of religion, trying to show them that actually, at its essence, religion is immune to all of those critiques. Because it was Schleiermacher that said religion in its essence is something that takes place within the infinite subjectivity of the human person, that religion is the sense and feel of the infinite, that religion at its essence is when a human being senses, I exist, but you sense you exist in this relationship to infinity. You only exist because God is. Right there in that Holy Spirit moment of theology, he defined religion as that feeling deep within you that you know only because of a higher power is all of this possible. An immediate existence relationship. And so, the stars are upon your face, and you have the Holy Spirit power. The stars are upon your face. You can know that you exist in this relationship to infinity, that you exist because God is. The stars are on your face and you have Holy Spirit power. When there feels like there is so much wrong with the world, then you can be what's right with the world. The Holy Spirit comes upon your conscience. You can know what is right because of the Holy Spirit. So be what's right. And know that God is.